Friday nights are for football. ESPN Peoria's Friday Night Showcase, powered by Clutch Sports Media.
It's time to party in the Prairie Land Conference. Cody Roskins here alongside you, Jonathan Michael, as the 4-2 Farmington Farmers look to defend the farm against the 4-2 invading Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans. Once again, Cody Roskins here alongside Jonathan Michael. And Jonathan, these two teams trying to punch their ticket to the postseason.
Yeah, both teams at 4-2 so far in the year, and you may think, well, it's a little surprising to see that Farmington has 2 losses in the regular season. Not something that you see too often with this team, but they've had a tough schedule. They had a tough loss against Mercer County week 1 and Macomb a couple weeks ago, but Farmington has looked as strong as ever. Don't let their record fool you. They're trying to officially punch their ticket, and same goes for Elmwood-Brimfield as well. They're coming off a loss to Macomb last week themselves.
John, when we break this matchup down, a lot of things, to look at in terms of Farmington's offense, the unique offense that Elmwood-Brimfield will run with the tight backfield, 3 running backs, kind of, hide the ball carrier style offense. But specifically, we'll start first for the visitors. When it comes to the Trojans, what can we expect?
Yeah, so we can expect Elmwood-Brimfield to run the ball and run the ball a lot. Like, we're talking over 60, maybe even 70 plays a game that are going to be on the ground for them. The guy to watch tonight for them, Aiden Frail, their senior tailback. Stands at just 5'8", 140, but he is very explosive. He's a fast guy. He runs track. The sprints, to be exact, for Elmwood-Brimfield. So he's got to watch. Again, Sloan Windish, Gavin Boole will kind of spell him as well. And there'll be a lot of trickery possibly in the backfield, as we kind of need when you run the ball that often.
Now, on the flip side, talking about the Farmington Farmers, again, kind of an unusual regular season for them, and it's a kind of a cop-out to say because 2 regular season losses still isn't bad, but for them, slight step down, but they're still a very talented bunch. What can we expect out of the Farmers?
Yeah, so the Farmers they'll spread Elmwood-Brimfield wide on defense. They'll line up with a more traditional 3 wide receiver set with Logan Morris, Keontre Barnes, and Jarrett Fowler out wide. Jack Wheelwright as well. He's a slot guy, can play in the backfield, but the main guy to watch as far as running the ball for Farmington is Reese Szymanski. Their senior tailback is coming off a 197-yard, 3-touchdown performance against Rushville Industry last week. But don't forget about their quarterback, Gage Rankin. He can run the football as well and get it done through the air. Very smart, mature, good decision maker. Everything you want in a quarterback. Toby Vallis says that he's been as good as advertised. So I expect Farmington to run the ball a little bit more than their 50-50 split would suggest.
Of course, we're in Farmington, Illinois tonight, Jonathan. It's homecoming for the Farmer Faithful, and it's a beautiful night for football. It's going to get a little chilly tonight, one of the cooler games we've had so far this season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a beautiful night. It's, small town Illinois football. It's homecoming. It's really just kind of something almost out of a movie, you would think. And, both these teams are as good as advertised. A lot of people here in the stands at Farmington. Beautiful sunset behind us in the press box before the game. I know you're on the track taking some photos, and you would have thought that a professional photographer took those. And not dissing on your photography skills, but that sunset was very pretty. Again, cooler temperatures. A lot of people bundling up tonight. It's going to get pretty cold once kickoff starts and at the end of the game as well.
Maybe a little cool in the air, but the temperature on the field is starting to increase as the homecoming festivities begin to wrap up. We'll be right back after a short break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Friday Night Showcase, brought to you by ESPN Peoria 101.1. But regardless, it's 1st down and 10 for Farmington. First down. 3 wide receivers, driving back to pass. Rankin, deep post route to Morris. He's got it. 1st down, Farmington. Slips 2 tackles. He'll take it to the barn. Touchdown, Farmers.
An amazing play there from Rankin to Morris. How about that post route? He beat his defender, Gavin Buell. And how about the little shimmy, the juke move? Logan Morris is out here playing Madden. Little flick of the right stick, and he is into the end zone. Big playmaker there. 2nd touchdown of the night. First touchdown, I should say.
Makes it 20-0 Farmington, pending the point after. Here's the snap. Hold kick is up on the way, and good. 21-0. Farmington with an exclamation point near the latter stages of this first half. Minute 23 to go. John, your drive recap.
And again, a big pass play. We've seen it on each 3 of Farmington's scoring drives. Been a lot of run, and then there's a big pass play that either gets them in position to score or gets them in the end zone, as was the case there. Morris just flat out beat his guy Bull. As soon as he made that cut on the post route. And Elmwood-Brimfield looking for a big play. Farmington has had a lot of them tonight.
We're going to go and step aside for a 10-second break. You're listening to the Friday Night Showcase with Clutch Sports Media. We'll be back on 101.1 ESPN.
From the ShermansNow.com studio, this is WZPN Glassford, Peoria's sports station, 101.1 ESPN.
Welcome back, listeners. Again, minute 23 to go here in the first half. It's been all Farmers. It's almost, you could say, a bountiful harvest of points here in the first half. 21-zip. As the home-sided Farmington Farmers will be set to kick this ball off to Elmwood-Brimfield, who's had their moments on offense. No points to speak of yet. And here's the kick. It's another short one. This one will drop at about the 25, roll out of bounds for an illegal kickoff. And so Elmwood-Brimfield with good starting field position here with minimal time remaining.
Yeah, and they'll be the beneficiaries of that kick out of bounds there, and they really kind of needed that. Some good field position. Got to go 60 yards in 83 seconds, so haven't really seen that big explosive play yet. Maybe a couple 9-10-yard gains from Frail on the ground for the most part. Sloan Windish as well, but again, Elmwood-Brimfield really going to need a big play here. They can't just go up the gut for 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Got to try maybe air it out or go find the sideline.
It'll be first down and 10 from the 35-yard line of Elmwood-Brimfield, moving left to right here with just south of 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Hines will work out of the wing tee. Be a backside handoff, trying to find room to work, and dropped in the backfield. Again, just nowhere to go, John, in this run game for Aiden Frail.
Yeah, and Farmington knew what to game plan for. Obviously, Elmwood-Brimfield, you run it well. If you take a defense that go up against a defense where that's maybe not as prepared, you can really do well. But Farmington, they are prepared, and Elmwood-Brimfield still looking to establish a rhythm here as we approach halftime.
Second down and 13 coming up for the Trojans. Hines under center, drops back to pass. Deep ball down the sideline, and it is through the hands of the intended wide receiver, Bo Windish, and incomplete.
I like that play call a lot there, looking for the deep corner route to Bo Windish, and overall wasn't a bad ball. Looked like he may have thrown off his back foot a little bit, maybe about a foot or so out of the reach of Windish.
Just 45 seconds left here in the first half. Again, 21-0 Farmington. If you're just joining us, Cody Raskins here alongside me, Jonathan Michael. So we get ready to put a bow on the first 2 quarters of action. Again, Farmington been impressive so far. Defense hasn't allowed a score, and the offense has been humming. Morris has been the man to watch, though. The boys in purple. 45 seconds, and as the play clock winding down, it'll be the timeout charge to Elmwood-Brimfield.
And their second timeout of the first half. 45 seconds to go. You don't want to give Farmington the football back, so again, they're kind of in a tough spot here because Farmington can strike very quickly, as we just saw with the Rankin to Morse connection. Obviously need a really big play to score if you were Farmington. If they could stop Elmwood-Brimfield here on this 3rd and long, but I think they got to. Elmwood-Brimfield, I think on this play, has to bring something that Farmington has not seen yet tonight.
Well, and speaking of that, John, we hadn't seen the real play action fake like we saw from that last drive. And again, I want to say you want to save those because the play action is always, only as good as the run plays that set it up. And it's one of those passes that you just got to have, especially in this situation, because now you're in a position in 3rd and 13 where you're probably just looking to get to the locker room instead of trying to put points on the board.
Certainly.
Hines, under center, 3rd down and 13, toss play. Trying to bounce it to the sideline, a little bit of room to work, cutting it upfield and chopped down near the original line of scrimmage. Not a lot doing there for Lane Durst. There'll be a timeout charge to Farmington, so they may try and get the ball back.
Logan Morris came flying in there. He's got lots and lots of speed. Had his eyes there on Frail, kind of locked in like a hunter chasing its prey. Got him low and knocked him down. 4th and long coming up.
37 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Again, 21-0 Farmington. Punt unit probably coming out onto the field here for Elmwood-Brimfield. Morris has been the electric playmaker tonight for the Farmers, whether it's been on the punt return or in the receiving game. Sure, the Farmers will protect against a fake. It's 4th down and 9. Ball at their own 36. It'd be a dangerous fake if they were to decide to go that avenue.
Yeah, really no reason to fake it here. I mean, you have to be extremely confident if you're Todd Hollis, head coach for Elmwood-Brimfield, to call a fake here, because if it doesn't work, Farmington is in great field position. So just going to try and get this one away, make the field a little bit longer for the home team.
Morris will run a shallow return. They'll be only about 15 yards deep. The snap skips. It's blocked. Farmers get the punt block. Free rusher came up the middle. It was a bad snap. Punter still tried to pick it up and send it away, and that time Bo Windish had his kick set right back into his face mask.
Yeah, and that one just started with the snap there. Ball was snapped really low, and you saw it. The punter took a little bit too much time to get that ball away, and before he knew it, there was a whole crowd of Farmers there ready for the stop, and pastures looking pretty green for Farmington here. Ball on the 36, actually inside the 30. Lots of time left to put up a score.
4 wide receivers, ranking out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap, drops to throw all day. Slings it deep over the middle, pass over the head. No, it's caught. Slips a tackle, touchdown Farmington, 27 yards.
Tanner Kenny, the senior tight end, one-handed, went up for it. Couldn't grab it with his one hand, but went back up in the air, got it with 2 hands, and just ran straight a beeline into the end zone. Highlight reel play there from Tanner Kenny, and Farmington just had their momentum has grown exponentially. They'll now lead by 4 scores going into halftime.
27-0 Farmers as he's serenaded by his teammates. The PAT is good, and they'll be offsides against the Trojans, and I'm willing to bet that the Farmers will decline this. And it is declined, so 28-0. Farmington coming out with a huge exclamation point in this first half. They'll take a large Elmwood-Brimfield second half to dig themselves out of this hole, John.